Let's hit play again. Let's shoot some bullet. Alright. The enemy is being hit. Die, 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 die. Hi guys, welcome back to Making Games with Unity. For today's video, we're going to show you on how to detect a collision between two objects. So on our last video, we show you on how to move an object using arrow keys. And then after that, we show you on how to shoot a bullet. Our bullet is spear, so don't be confused. So right now, we're going to do the collision. So what the heck is collision? Collision is an event when the two objects actually collide. In Unity, there's two types of collision. The first one is the OnTriggerEnter, and the second one is OnCollisionEnter. So right now, let's get started. First thing first, we need to go to hierarchy view here, right click, choose 3D object, choose cube. This cube will be our enemy. I'm just going to align it with our player and then move it further away. And then let's change the name of this cube to our enemy. Alright, we got our enemy now. And then I'm going to create a tag here. See here, you can just click any object here, go to the tag, add tag. I'm going to add two tags. First is the enemy, and then I also want to create a bullet tag, but it's already there because I already did the script before, but I'm not sure why it's still there. I already removed that. So we have a bullet and an enemy tag here. So right now we need to choose the enemy tag for our enemy, and then for our bullet we need to click that and then open prepub, and then click our bullet here, change the tag to bullet. We're adding a tag so that the code is ready when we do the actual collision code. So in Unity, when you want to detect a collision, you need two things. You need a collider and a rigid body. So right now our enemy have a collider here, but we don't have any rigid body. So we're going to add that. Click our enemy, click add component, physics, and add rigid body. Alright, so we get the collider and rigid body for our enemy, and for the bullet we get a spear collider. Let's try to save it. Save. Alright, then hit play. See what happened. I'm going to shoot a bullet. See what happened? Our enemy just fall. See, this one is going to fall after I play. No, you know why? Because our enemy have a rigid body and it uses a gravity here, so we need to uncheck this use gravity, because if we don't, rigid body will simulate the physics world inside Unity, and for our demo right now we don't need that. So after we turn up that use gravity on rigid body inspector, we can save again, hit play, and now our enemy is okay, it's not falling anymore. Whew. Alright, so why the collision is not happening? Because we haven't added yet a code, of course. So go to our script. We have a bullet controller here, right? And our bullet prepops have the bullet controller. We can double click that and open it. Like I told you, I already created some code so that this video will become more faster. So I'm just going to put the OnTrigger event here. So what will happen is when there's a collision happen, this OnTriggerEnter event will be triggered, and it will check if that if the bullet hits the enemy by checking the tag, this tag is the one that we just created, and then it will lag this on trigger enter hit by enemy. So we're going to save as Control S, wait for it to be saved, and then it's saving here. See the loading here, it's still saving. Alright, so it's done. So let's check our bullet. Let's hit play. Let's see what will happen. Boom. Boom. Why? It's not working. What the heck? Why? So check the enemy again. Check the box collider. Check the rigid body. It's there. Check the bullet. See this? The spear collider? The is trigger is not checked. So if you want to listen to the is trigger on enter, this one needs to be checked. So let's check this one. And then just save and then hit play. Bam! Alright, we're hitting the enemy now. See here? I can clear this log, then boom 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 boom. See the log's being stuck. It means our bullet now is hitting the enemy. It knows that it hits the enemy because of our tag. So on our enemy, it got the enemy tag. On our bullet, it got the where's our turn? This one. We get the bullet tag. So it detects inside here. So the on trigger is dispatched or being called because we check the is trigger here, and we have a condition that the enemy get a collider and rigid body, and the bullet have a spear collider, and that's why the on trigger happen. Yep. So yeah, I know it's quite confusing for beginners, but that's how the on trigger enter happen. So if you have question like how does the collision actually happen, if we look closely to the enemy, it got a collider inside. See this green thing? We can drag it or adjust it. So this green thing is the collider. See, if the bullet collide with that, it will be the on trigger enter will be called. So I will drag the bullet here. So if we examine the bullet, it also have a spherical, it also have a collider, but this one is using a spear collider. See here, it's round, that's why it's called spear collider. We can also adjust the radius in here on the spectre, see? So, but that is a bad idea because it will make your collider bigger, and then it will hit the enemy faster because the collider is big. Alright, so that's it for the collider, and for those green thing, we can just delete the bullet again. So right now, we are detecting on trigger event, and like I told you before, there's also another trigger, collision event, which is called on collision enter. So I already get some code here. I'm just going to copy paste it here so that it will be faster. Alright, so this one is on collision enter. So when it collides with something, it will go to the for each. For each is a code where you loop on the array, or when you want to loop on something. On our case, an array of collision contacts here. So it will loop, it will look inside if there's an actual collision, and then if this collision find the bullet, which is or tag, which is add, it will lag this on collision enter hit by bullet. And then we're going to save that. Actually, there's a draw right here. We don't need that. It will just create a confusion. We're going to tackle that on maybe some videos, but not for now. Let's wait for it to be saved. Alright, so yeah, we just added this code on collision enter on our bullet. Let's try to play it. Hit play. Yep. Okay, the on-trigger enter works, but our on collision is not working. Why? Alright, to fix that, we need to go to our spear collider and uncheck this trigger, because if you check this, you are actually telling that you want the OnTriggerEnter. So we just uncheck this one. See this? It's already unchecked. Let's clear this one. Just save and then hit play again. And now both OnTriggerEnter and OnCollisionEnter is not working. Why? Because if you want to have a OnCollisionEnter, you also need to have a rigid body. So right now, our bullet don't have a rigid body. Our enemy have, but our bullet don't have it. So on the bullet, let's open prepub, click the bullet. So right now we are inside the bullet prepub editor. So we can click add component now. By the way, there's inside the prepub editor window, there's a autosave here. Make sure that this is always checked so that when you modify something inside your prepub, it will be saved. So right now, back to our bullet. Go click the bullet, go to our inspector, add the component, click the add component, go to physics, rigid body, and then make sure the use gravity is unchecked, and then go back to our hierarchy view and let's check our prepub. It has rigid body and then the use gravity is unchecked. Alright, let's click play or hit play. Fire bullet. Boom. See what happened? Okay, we're going to change the view. Okay, so hit play. Bam. Boom. Alright, so the box or our enemy is reacting with our bullet. It's being flown away and by the bullet. So the collision happened. Right? But the problem is our collision detection here is not getting detected. You know why? Because we can go back to our bullet, because in Unity documentation it says that the rigid one of the other object needs to have a rigid body that is kinematic. So in here I'm going to click the bullet and then open prepub, and then in the prepub view editor I'm going to turn on the schematic. So we're going back to view scene right now. Hit play and then boom, that's shot. Boom. What? It's not working. What the heck? Alright, so let's check. Enemy, box collider, rigid body without schematic. Our bullet has is trigger. The trigger is pulse, and the schematic is check. But the thing is, why the heck this thing is not happening? You know why? Because we're checking against the bullet. This is what happened if you just copy pasting things. So we're going to modify this into enemy, and then we're going to change this one to hit by enemy. Alright, so let's go back to our Unity. Let's wait for our script to be saved. Hit play and then bam. Alright, bam 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 bam. So yeah, see the collision, it happens. And then see here, bullet controller line 30, and then if we go here line 30, yeah, it's actually working. So yeah, the condition is true. You need to have a collider, a rigid body, and then the other object needs to have a collider also with a rigid body, and then the other needs to have a schematic. If both don't have the schematic, I think the collision will not happen. We can try that. I will click the enemy. I will click this one, the schematic. We're going to hit play now. So based on Unity documentation, collision will not happen. And it's true. So if you have two objects that you want to collide, the other one needs to be is kinematic and the other one needs to be not in kinematic. So in our case, I'm going to turn up the is kinematic on our enemy. I'm just going to save it to be sure and then hit play again and then bam, so the onclusion enter happened. So right now the on trigger enter and the onclusion enter is happening. So what if you want to use the on trigger enter again? That is easy. So go to your bullet, remove the rigid body. Actually there's a trick to find the bullet in your prefab. You can, for example, drag it here, click the bullet, right click, select prefab asset, then you'll just point to that. And then if you are there, you can open prefab, go to your bullet, and then yeah, we need to remove the rigid body because we want to convert it to on trigger again. And then see the sphere collider here, you need to check it. And then go back to our hierarchy, hit play. Oops, our bullets are still there, but it did something. So I'm just going to remove our bullet because in here we already removed the rigid body. And then on the collider, the trigger is checked. So let's play it again. Hit play, shoot a bullet, boom, bam, and then see what happened. The on trigger enter is working again. So yeah, use case. Where do you use on collision enter and where do you use on trigger enter? Usually the normal case is if you just want to pick item without any physics reaction, the on trigger enter is the best option. If you want to have some physics simulation, like when you hit two cars, then the car just flip around, rotate, or being thrown away, on collision enter is better. So if you want some physics simulation reaction, use on collision enter. If you are just going to pick some item without any reaction at all, and then use on trigger enter. So I hope that it's clear with you guys. And now I think that's it, because yeah, let's hit play again. Let's shoot some bullet. All right, the enemy is being hit. Die, 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 die. All right, so yep, I hope that you learned something today, guys. I hope that you know now how to detect a collision using Unity. And I know this is basic, but this is a start of something. And then yeah, using the collision, you can do a lot of things inside. You can start making your games become more interactive, and yeah, it will be more fun. Right now is actually it's fun, but yeah, there's no attacks or anything right now. But yeah, I hope you learned something today, guys. I hope this video is something that teach you on how to really detect and what's the logic behind collision. That you need a collider and a rigid body to actually have a collision event in Unity. And then yeah, guys, that's it. If you haven't subscribed yet, yeah, please subscribe and hit that notification bell so that you always get updated when we upload a new videos. And please, if you have friends that also want to learn game development, please share this video or channel with them. Maybe they gonna like this, and tell them to subscribe also. And yeah, that's all. I hope you learn. And then alright, guys, see you on the next video, and goodbye. Thank you for watching.